So thanks to Alpha Leaker, we have an awesome look at the characters in game as it pertains to Tusk and his minions. So this is actually really, really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe if you are new. Also, be sure to follow Alpha Leaker over on Twitter. And if you want to reach out to me or talk to me, you can follow me at DFreeDBZHD over on Twitter. Link is probably in the description. All right, so here's Tusk, and I have been waiting to see kind of what he does. And the first thing to see is Shadow's Authority for him means all team members' core attack damage increases by 40%. That's the minimum number. At max, it's 70%. So I'm not worried about maximum. The art change is amazing, by the way. But just core attack damage increase is kind of insane. That's... Oh, man. So this is really, really good for characters that spam their core attacks. Often... This is going to be a really, really strong one. I am interested to see this here because I thought maybe they would have gone a different direction here. So we are going to have so many different shadows that are going to be doing different buffs to different mechanics of the game. We'll probably see one that's like ultimate damage up, or maybe the basic skills only increase, or like things like that. We're going to maybe see a cooldown one, or just, you know, there's a lot of different avenues they can go. So I'm interested in that. I am not going to make any sweeping judgments about Tusk's Shadow's Authority yet. I need to see it in action, see how it works, maybe see some calculations from people that are smarter than me at doing that type of thing, quite bluntly put. But, you know, it seems like it's going to be extremely strong. All right, so moving on from there. But, I mean, it seems it'll be extremely strong, but you may have better results with just a flat attack increase or something like that. I'm not sure. But anyway, moving on, let's take a look at the skills for this guy. The icon is there. The skills here. So the basic, the user attacks by throwing mana power towards the ground, creating a small explosive area. So an area of effect on the basic attack there, 220% of Jinu's attack. The user attacks by throwing forward-facing fiery blades there. The user creates a divination circle to the front and fires 6 tracking fire orbs at the enemy. That sounds disgusting as hell. All right, so here are the top-end skills here. So the user attacks the enemy with flames that erupt beneath the ground the target is standing on 5 times. 5 eruptions? That sounds gross as hell. All right, and then here's the other skill. The user gathers heat above their head to create a giant fire orb before throwing it to attack the enemy. So bro does a fire spirit bomb. All right. 470% of the user's attack when using the skill applies the attack increase effect to all shadows. Increases attack by 30%. Let me actually see something really quick. Shadows. So that was the one that you get from Max, right? Yeah, it's the one you get from Max. Okay. I kind of don't care about that one as much because, I mean, just like, when are we even getting that? So one thing that's really strong here is, like, we have Tank with this stun. So comparatively, if we look at the skill that would be in that slot, that's going to be this one. It's just going to be 5 hits. So it doesn't have the utility, but the 5 hits sounds gross as hell. So here are the minions here, so that's kind of cool. These guys look amazing. So this is the next update, right? There is actually a trailer where it shows this stuff as well, so that's kind of cool. Now, speaking of shadows, Alpha Leaker did mention a few other things. First and foremost, there's a little bit of data for some original character shadows like CERBERUS. We might not see, which are Blue Golem and the Goblins. So Cerberus we're going to talk about in a moment. All shadows also have data for exclusive relics, same as hunters, but it seems it was maybe scrapped or again might appear in the future. So he's saying that these characters also have access to their own exclusive weapons, just like the hunters do. They just don't, they're not in the game. They may not actually ever do it, but it is what it is. Now, speaking of shadows also, I wanted to show this too. Grand Marshal versions of the shadows. These are not implemented yet, but we have the full-on art for these characters. They look freaking insane. Look at Blades there. Look insane, man. And then here we have the one for Tusk as well. Also, just on a side note, as another data mine, Baron and Kaisel are right here as well. Level 100 boss. There's some other stuff here for the Workshop or Brilliant Light, things like that. But this is where things get kind of interesting. So Cerberus Shadow and his minions may be scrapped or planned for the future. He's not sure. So this is kind of insane. He doesn't have a model yet. So Cerberus is in the files, but doesn't have a model yet. Werewolf here. Werewolf, Alpha Wolf, Snow. There are files for other shadows, basically. So that's kind of where things are going to go. That's where things are going to go. So it's not a surprise, and I'm going to just say this as a spoiler, so if you haven't seen the anime, you can just kind of get out of here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Subscribe, all that fun stuff. But it's not a surprise when you look at the list of that they have here. Like, all these placeholders are here. There's a number of just shadows, and there's not this many notable shadows in the series. There's some obvious heavy hitters like Tusk, like Beru, like Bellion, like some of the others. There's some, but it doesn't feel like there's this many like notable ones. And so, Blades has already crept his way in here as an original, and there are going to definitely be more originals. I saw some other data mines or like rumors as well for some of the other ones as well, which could be kind of cool, right? So they have plans to do a lot of different shadows and just things like that. So 3 hours, my bad. Sorry, I'm enjoying the game. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Let me know what you guys think about all of this stuff. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.